Welcome. Hello. Check. Testing. I didn't set this up properly. I think it's more or less where it should be. I found the mistake. Okay. That should be right. Hello and welcome. Hi, Blood Freak. You're in the chat. What kind of soundtrack you making? I already made the soundtrack, actually. Today I am taking a soundtrack that I made for a little micro video game and turning it into a soundtrack, like album type presentation. So I'm taking music cues that I made for the game and turning them into like linear tracks. So in a, I guess a good way of describing it is music in a video game usually is non-linear, where like the song will last until you leave the area, or maybe it will change depending on what happens in the game. Like you climb the stairs and now the strings come in, whatever. The mixer's like programmed into the game's code, whereas like on an album it's going to be the same every time. So we are taking the music cues that I made for this little miniature game and turning it into songs. So let me pull up Reaper and we can have a look at my project here. So this is what the whole project looks like. A bunch of these tracks are minimized. And there are a bunch of music cues. It's like a short game, maybe like a 10-15 minute long game. A little game jam type thing. And this was going to be for the credits. We actually didn't get around to adding credits, so this isn't even in the game. This one is sort of the main theme in it. Sort of an arcade side-scroller type feel. Let me unminimize these actually. Anyway, that's a loop. That one, there's sort of like another version of it. It's more of like a dungeon synth inspired version of it that's in like the first area before. That's like the boss fight version. So it's kind of quiet in comparison. I'm gonna turn my fan off here. Tolerate the heat in the interest of making the stream sound better. So same melody, just a very like ambient vibey version of the same one. Goes over here to this part. So again, sort of the same thing, but without a drum beat and much quieter. A few changes in notes. That's another one. And there's like a piano version of that one as well. It's really a honky tonk piano. Drunken piano. I have it like really messy sounding. This cue actually didn't make it into the game either. Okay, and then what's this graveyard theme? Okay, this one's cool. This one actually reminds me of some of my sort of chippy dungeon synth. And that one kind of loops around primarily with that same idea. That one actually comes back in sort of a version that reminds me of, there's like a boss a boss room that has the same song in sort of like a like Doom OST style. Like it reminds me of like somewhere between I don't know, like a '90s video game boss. This is kind of, I like this one a lot. So all of these have a lot of piano in them, and I don't use piano a lot. But the people that worked on this game really liked. I did a couple of example songs before I actually wrote this stuff, and I sort of leaned into the stuff that they liked instead of the stuff that I necessarily wanted to do. And I think it turned out cool. This one's cool. It's like a game over cue. And that again is related to this. Wherever that one is, I don't remember. Oh, and then the title screen has like a really short loop. And I did the sound effects for this project too. We heard a lot of those in my live stream last week. This whole project was about a week long, so really quick. What's this? This is the some of the cues for that one. Hi, Galactic Boom Flyer. I don't recognize your username. I think this is your first time in the chat. Welcome. And then I think that's all of them. So anyway, this is what I have to work with. And some of the things that are going on in here that are probably undesirable from my perspective are, let's see here. What all did I use? I used a couple of different drum samples and a couple of different approaches to synthesizers and samples to make the soundtrack. Let's see. I think that I took out pretty much all of the reverb. So I like adding reverb to for game audio. I like to implement that in the game itself. So the loops will loop cleaner if there isn't a reverb tail at the end of the loop. So I'll add reverb. In this case, the game was done in Unreal Engine, and I just used what do you call it? Convolution reverb in Unreal Engine. And what that does is it lets you loop the wave file, and you still hear the tail of the reverb at the beginning of the repeat of the loop for the looping cues. Also, you can do stuff like, in this case, I have essentially 2 channels. I didn't have time to do anything really complicated with it, but I made the game logic treat the rhythm section and the melody section as different parts, and they're mixed together in the game. And unfortunately, I didn't really have time to make the game logic decide to make changes to them. I was going to have parts where this section didn't play or something. So you just have like this. Maybe for a level, and then like after this happens for a while, maybe you slowly like bring up this fader in the game. So that was a consideration that I made that I didn't have time to fully implement, but in this case, what we're going to be doing is creating an arrangement out of these things, and probably actually processing them with reverb. I might even use some of the same reverbs. I guess I can find them, the exact files that I used. Let's see. I think that I made them. Documents. Content, audio content, IRs. Okay, so let's see. Here's a list of the IRs that I made. Or not made, I used. So I'm just looking up the IRs that I created, and what we can do is actually use a convolution reverb and use the same reverb that was implemented in game. And I'm going to create a send for 2 of them. I'm going to call them Canyon and Forest. And what we can do is use reverb, and we can load an IR. Let's see, echo generator. No, not echo generator. Remove. What do we add here? File. And I'm going to take this off my screen so you don't look at my file path. Documents. Content, audio content. Okay. Here's my list of impulse responses that were in the game, and I really only used 2 of them for music. I used this one, and then, oops, I already had it up. I used what did I put in here? Shoot, I named that wrong. This should be the forest one. So this one is going to be Purgatory Chasm. So this one is actually Canyon. And then this one is Forest. So essentially in the game you can create sends to these channels, and those are going to provide the reverb. So let's just hear what some of these things sound like if they're running through that. And in the game, I'm just going to actually try to recreate the same type of sound that I had in there. So this section would have been running through either the forest or the chasm, depending on the track. So I'll try running through the forest. This was what I used for the sort of ambient stuff. So it adds a lot of life to it. I don't think that one ended up in the game either. Okay. Cool. So this one is going to be one of the ones that has that particular reverb. And then I think what I'll do is create a send to the other reverb as well. And in the sends on the track, I can essentially mute the one that I'm not using. So I'm going to mute the forest one, and let's hear the Canyon one on this. Maybe that's too loud. Okay, cool. That sounds pretty good to me. So that's going to be our starting point for the reverbs. We'll just leave these muted for now. And the last thing we need to do for this is the time-consuming part, which is creating the arrangements. I probably should have just rendered out the files. Maybe I'll still do that, actually. That might be much easier. You know what? I think I actually still have them in here. So basically, I rendered out the rhythm bus and the non-rhythm bus for each of these tracks. Oh, hey, Galactic. Oh, you're a new subscriber. Okay, that's why I didn't recognize you. Well, thanks for coming by. I'll see you next time. Okay, so what we are going to do is assume that I already rendered those out. The rhythm bus and the not rhythm bus. And we're going to use audio tracks to create these arrangements, since I essentially did that in game. That's how I assembled it in game. So let's pretend like I rendered them and then fast forward to that part. And this is the render time, render queue, rendering, 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 and audio content, music. And I made a bunch of music cues. So I've got wave files. Nope, wave files. Okay. Final music loops. Cool. Okay. This is what I need. So I've got these essentially as wave files and as UAsset files, because again, this was done in Unreal. So I'm going to grab each of these wave files and bring those in over here to the right. I'm going to make a little marker that says arrangements and pull these into a new track on ignore tempo suggested by media. Let's ignore tempo suggested by media. Single track. Okay. And then we need to do the same thing with the rhythm section files, which are here. So again, the waves, wave, wave, and ignore, okay, single track, fantastic, okay. And that's all we really need to do here. And we can essentially minimize all of this stuff. Well, we don't need to minimize it, we just make it really small. And make these tracks nice and large, because this is the primary junk we're going to be working with. Let's do this. Cool. I want to make sure these are lined up. Hey, Colin, what's up? Welcome to the show. So boss fight, not the rhythm, credits loop, game over, graveyard theme, main theme. I'm just making sure these titles match the top and the bottom. Main theme catchy, rhythm section, title screen. Okay. Nice. Okay, these are all working, and now I just need to make space for each arrangement. So I'm just going to make a bunch of room between each of these. And hopefully this is going to be enough. I'm just sort of guessing. And as a starting point, I'm probably just going to create loops of these and see how I feel about loop versions. And then if there needs to be more, I'll put extra effort in. And I might put little cues or transition things in there. I'm doing good, Colin. I am just taking the audio from this little miniature video game that I worked on last week, and I'm turning the music cues into like songs, because it's sort of like arcade style, like side scrolling. So a lot of the songs are basically just loops that loop around while you're in an area. So the music cues are like pretty short. And let me just play one for you so you can hear it. This is kind of like a no porn jazz, no. This is actually one that didn't make it into the game. This was like a temp, but I might turn it into something if it feels like it's a key that'll be functional. This one is a little bit more exciting. These actually probably need to route not through this master bus. So I'm going to cut this out and put it just on my voiceover. 2 master limiters, oh my god. So that should make my voice the same volume, and this will be much quieter. So I guess I should name these spots. This is going to be a boss. That's boss 2. And then this one over here is ambient 1. We can name these two in the chat. See what we like. This one is credits. This one's definitely gonna be just like loops with a fade out. I already sort of decided that. The question is, how long can we tolerate that for? This one. Game over. This one might just want to go at the end of the album. No, this will be, I think, at the end of one of the other cues. I'll use it as like an outro. Oh, that's cute. This one here. This one, I think what I want to do is to create a thing where boss 2 is treated as the song part for this. So this would be like the intro. Yeah, so I think that'll be like the dungeon synth approach, where it's like dungeon synth track with a metal song after it. And I think maybe we'll do that for the other one. The other boss theme is related to the level theme. So this one here, yeah, this is related to this song here. So this will be the intro part for this song. Let's see what that word. Maleficent's Castle. Yeah, that'll work. Maleficent's Castle with all the goblins and gribbles is peak DS if you just give it that photocopied look. Photocopied look to the sound too. You just like I don't know, like record the output of your old VHS TV with a tape recorder and you're good. This is going to be main theme and the main theme boss. Maybe that'll actually be gapless. Would that be cool? That's cool, I think. That'll work. And then what's this over here? We've got this is the same song as this one. I might try to make those part of the same thing or make them go one after the other. That might be weird. What would happen if I did this? Duplicate that and shorten it to this point and blend it with this. This might be really ridiculous, but bear with me. To there. There it is. Oh, this is the first one here. I don't even know what. I don't like that. But those are related, so they'll go next to each other. What's this one? Title screen. This is just Dungeon Synth. Title, so title. And this one just needs to loop a bunch, I think. And maybe it'll go with one of these other ones, the other ambient ones. Let's hear what it sounds like going into this, if they're in the same key or not. No, they aren't. And then this one. Let's see if this sounds good after this thing. I feel like this might work. After using Unreal all week last week, I'm using right click for that when I'm center click for that in Reaper. It's kind of funny. Okay, let's see. Yeah, that'll actually work. That'll work fine. I think that I want to loop that twice and then have this happen. And then we want to see how long these tracks are. This is pretty short, huh? 20. Oh no, it's like 4 minutes. Okay, that's kind of long. This will probably be 2 tracks then. And you know what? This chunk here probably will come after this. And then once this is running through the reverb, I guess I should end the, delete that. And this one should come from somewhere else. Delete that, yeah. Okay. Now it's got a bit of a reverb tail. Give it a little. And then give it a little pause and slam in with this one. Without that horrible reverb. You know what we're going to do is we are going to delete that send, and because these are already rendered out, we're going to do them by item. So I think what I want to do is take this forest reverb, copy that reverb, and paste it on this track itself. F2, take effects, paste that. And now that's tolerable. Awesome, that works. Okay, and then decide if I want to put reverb at all on these. Okay, that works. Cool, that's gonna be that song. We need to do something similar to that with Boss 2 song. There needs to be not credits, but graveyard. Where's the graveyard theme? Is it over here at the end? No. Oh, it's there. Okay, cool. This one needs to loop as well. Does this feel good after this theme here? feels terrible. This is trickier than I thought it would be. Let's carry on then. So, which of these pieces have no home? This one. That actually, with proper reverb here, should actually be fine. This one should have this reverb. And that's going to make it really loud. So I guess I need to lower the volume. Actually, I need to lower the volume of all of these because they seem like they're a bit slammed. So let's pull these down to like -6 decibels and we'll hit a limiter on the way out. Ugh. That's much better. Okay, great. Have I wonder if this should have a gap. I like that with the gap, and apparently I did a bad job rendering that. Maybe I'll stretch this item out a little bit. No, I won't do that. Last few, can I get away with that? Maybe I can get away with that. It would be better if I didn't. That's kind of cool. Okay, fantastic. That will work. This is graveyard. So graveyard area and then main theme. I'm going to think about this as forest. These should be attached and all have the same reverb, I think. These are going to have the canyon reverb. Take effects. Okay. And then this section here is going to have forest reverb, and then this section here will also have the forest reverb. Cool, cool, cool. Where are we? Take effects. Okay, let's just see how this feels. Okay, see if that's horrible. Nice. That's a nice end to that track. Okay, forest is done. The graveyard is done. Call some credits. This one's gonna have how long is this right now? About 2 minutes. That's fine. I'm just gonna make this like a fade out song. Group those. Give that the canyon one. Take effects. What did I just do there? Clicked on something stupid. Bam, bam, bam. All better. A little bit less wet. Same deal with this one over here. That was actually bugging me a little bit. Wow. Fantastic. Significant improvement. Wonderful. Glorious. Angelic. I'm going to make a version of this cue on piano. So it can go at the end of that one as well. Game over. Where is that piano version of the cue? All the way at the bottom. I don't even remember how I made that. Was this? Oh, it has this plugin baked into it. Okay. So all I need to do is bake that in over here. Game over. Need this one. Something like that. That's cool. I kind of like it. Let's do this though. Okay, I think that'll work. And what we can do is bake this into a stereo and glue them together and take effects, add that, give it that honky tonk vibe. Oh. These need to be glued together. Control-Shift-G, that way there's no gap in the middle. Okay, let's try that again. Then this right here can get faded out. This might be cool stretched actually. That's really good. Okay. And what we're going to do is essentially render that whole output to a new track here. Piano game over cue. And input, record output, stereo. And we're recording the output of rhythm and... No, we don't need that. Delete that. Okay. Record it. Output of not rhythm. I already have that, the bass in the track that I just grabbed, so let's just record this and see what happens. Okay, fantastic. And then this now is going to replace whatever that thing is that I had over here. Graveyard theme. I think it's called main theme piano. Let me find that. Main theme piano, main theme piano. Cool. And let's hear what this sounds like. It's probably going to need a reverb to glue it together. Yep. And I'm actually going to keep this little bass thing. Keep that relatively consistent. Yeah, that works. Okay, cool. And then this is going to loop once. Okay, and then at the end of it, we're going to throw on this Game Over cue again. That'll be probably hidden last track or something like that. Glue this together and give it this reverb. Take effects. Awesome. That sounds amazing. I love it. This is another track, and that's 2.5 minutes long. Okay, fantastic. Bonus track. What's this one? Title screen. Is this long? It's really short, right? It's like a minute. Okay. Well, that's fine. I think there's nothing on the other track here, so I'll just delete that. Glue these together. Feed it a reverb. This one actually gets the forest reverb. Let's see if that sounds fine at the end here. Not really. I'm going to give this one actually like a longer fade out. Ooh, gummy worms. No. That'll work. Make these a bit louder. Nice. I like that. That's going to be a track cut here. Forest boss. And then we had graveyard and graveyard boss. Okay. Graveyard boss, forest boss. Bonus track, title, and credits. Let's just glue these together. Give this a nice fade out. See how that feels fading out. See if I was right or wrong to fade it out. Okay, that's probably fine. Cool. I already used that one. I'm going to delete this then, so I don't confuse myself. This one was... This was actually an alternate contender for this title screen music. Don't need that anymore. Keep clicking on it otherwise. Title screen compared to this. Is one of these in the same key as something else? That's actually going to be fine. Let's loop this. This one's nothing. Glue those together. Gonna give this the forest verb. Oops. Forest verb. Take effects. That'll be. This almost doesn't want the dry. I kind of like that actually. I am going to grab that and bring it over here. And title is this one. I'm going to bring this over to the beginning over here. The title should be the first track, right? Okay, next step here, I guess, is actually organizing these as songs, like in an arrangement. So album start, and first it's going to be title. And then from title, let's just go in the order of the levels of the game. So forest is next. Oh, but it has that weird game over cue in it, whatever. Album start, forest. Cool, that works. After forest, we have graveyard. And I'll just assume this is going to be a quick pause only. That's exciting. Let's see how this feels. This one reminds me of Monkey Island. I'm going to do a significantly shorter pause on this one. Cool. I like it. Credits. I actually am tempted to put the credits earlier, since the soundtrack would have, in this state, a good almost 4 minutes before there's anything heavy. And I might do something like this. To feed mellow song, fast song, mellow song, fast song. Because this feels almost like an opening credits, like adventure. Like I actually kind of like this one, this track too. Okay, what is this? Ambient loop. That works actually. Let's probably do something else there. I feel like that's a little bit questionable. Questionable. Okay. Delete these markers. We don't need them. This is the only one we haven't used yet. I might actually do this. Copy this little piece here to the end. Let's do this way. Yeah, I think I like that more, having like a clear end. Then this piece here can have more of the reverb. And then, what did I do? No idea what's going on there. Why is this not doing anything? You know what? Probably this thing. This reverb. Get cloned in here. Let's just do this. And then that can have a bunch more wet. I think that we need to give that the forest reverb instead. Much longer reverb. That's probably the problem. This might be horrible, but we'll see. Helps a lot. Okay, I think that's it. That's it. That's the one. Arrangement. Cool. This is a track. 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 And this is a track. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tracks. 8 tracks. And I think I might just put a bunch of silence at the end of that one and have this be like a bonus track or something. That's too much silence. I don't want that. Bonus tracks are stupid. Okay, that's tolerable actually. Cool. That's the soundtrack. Okay, awesome. I don't need this. I don't need any of these markers. I can change the color of this marker. Set color. Something extreme. Okay. Now I can see that's where it starts. Awesome. Okay. Now it's just up to mixing these. Okay. I did a lot of reverb in the game. What does it sound like at the end? Too much reverb. A little bit less and a little bit more. This needs more space, I think. I changed my mind. We can do this with a volume automation line. Like, oops. Or are these both selected? I just want one of them selected. There we go. Let's see how that feels. All of this can come over to the right. Perfect. Okay, that's actually awesome. Fantastic. Okay. This is way harder than I thought it was going to be. Okay. I'm going to check the volumes of the ambient parts. Make sure they all feel kind of appropriately similar. And the sort of medium volume parts. Should be a little quieter, I think. And this one needs to sound a lot as these ones. Okay. And now I think we just listen through it with feeding it into a limiter. Master limiter. And how long is this? Is this an album? Oh geez, what? How is this 41 minutes long? Maybe I looped these too many times. Time to eat some gummy worms. There's sort of a weird resonance in this reverb that I want to focus on with the dynamic EQ. Just the mid-range is kind of weird. I also want to make sure that I'm hitting the low end with dynamic EQ because I use my mode for the bass and it's always a little bit too much. subtle, but I think it's helpful. And I like this track too, it kind of works. I almost want like a little tiny touch of reverb on those drums. Those hi-hats are very dry. I think what I'm gonna do is to cheat a little bit, throw on a little plate. And throw a huge filter on it. And run the rhythm section through this. I like that a lot. Okay, I want to check resonant frequencies in this one again. Yeah, it's somewhere in this range is kind of extreme. I'm actually going to pull this down a little bit more. Get that scooped mid sound. I'm going to skip to this next part. Pretty extreme bass there. You're going to have to be hitting it, this EQ. Cool. Pretend like that's... Actually, this one I think I'm going to do a fade out. Oh, we need to name these songs. They should have names other than Forest and Cave and Graveyard and whatever the levels were called. Cool. I'm gonna skip ahead because I've already heard this whole song. That piece is looped. You hear this ending. That's really loud. What happened there? This is the Forest. I switched from the Cave to the Forest. That's what happened. I think this should have the same reverb. Let's hear that. That kind of works. This is quieter, right? Not really, actually. Cool. Skipping ahead. That's kind of a good transition. That's cool. That reverb is really resonant. But it's kind of like that in the game. I think I'm going to stick to the way the game sounded. Even if it's not ideal, because I had like a few hours to do this. Okay. Cool. It sort of works. Is that too long though for this song? I feel like this one should be short. What is this? 2.5 minutes? It's pretty short. Works for me, whatever. Good enough for me. These now sort of need to be regions. And each of these regions should be given a name. And this is annoying. Don't really have names for these songs. So I guess what we're gonna do is maybe a little bit less display. Yeah, I gotta reference this in my monitors too. Where's my mic? Mic is off. My mic is on now. Cool. Okay. So I'm fine with that. I just listened in monitors to make sure that everything sounds acceptable outside of headphones, which is really, really important. to do. I'm going to name these, it's fun stuff. Adventures Past. This one's going to be called, this is in the forest. Let's call this, it's like a misty, mossy forest. Mossy pathway. Let's call it Mossy Pathway. This is Tyrant's Cave. The boss is like a cheesy like T-Rex monster. This is like Forgotten Cemetery. Okay. Slime tentacles and violence. And this is Peace at Last. Play as a ghost, get through all this stuff, find peace, make it sound symbolic. And this is Drunken Revelry. What was the original song that was called? Mossy Path, Tyrant Cave. Okay. That should work, and that's really all of it. The last step here, which I will do after the stream ends, because I been on here for an hour and a half almost, or hour and 10 minutes, something like that. I don't know how long I've been on here. Hour and 15 minutes. Oh my god, my mouse just died. Maybe I'm gonna end early. Okay, it's still running. Fantastic. Anyway, let's take a look at this. I used Region Render Matrix to do this. And these tracks are the ones I'm going to do via Master Mix. In my render dialog, that looks like using Region Render Matrix as my source, all project regions, which is 8 files. And I'm going to render these out as WAV because I'm going to actually put these up on Bandcamp. So you can download them if you like them. I'm not going to use them for anything else, so I don't need metadata for this. There is metadata in these for the actual game. I did stuff like embedding tempo and like, you know, whatever else my name is, stuff like that. 48K is what I recorded in, so that'll be good. We don't need tails. Region manager, all project regions. So that looks good, and I would just render 8 files, and that will cut my voice off if I do that right now, so it'll probably take a little while. Also, I might use a different master bus processor that takes a little bit more effort. I actually baked in this processing, come to think of it. So I'm going to delete. We don't want to delete that. Waves, garbage dump. I already baked this stuff into all the tracks, so actually I don't need to do that. I just need to hit a target volume. Let's look at what I am, where my peaks are at here, just to know. It's pretty loud. That peak was coming from my voice, just so everyone knows. My voice is actually not being limited on the master bus. So my voice will not go past a certain threshold when I'm talking, but when I'm talking and the music's playing, I don't have them running through the same one because I'm doing sort of master processing. Normally I don't like doing that on stream, but in this case I actually am trying to not do more work on this after stream, because this is just a project I already spent way more time than I meant to on this. Actually, for anyone who wants to listen, I actually ended up doing a bunch of logic and like level design and graphics and stuff for this game too, because one of the people that was going to be on the team dropped off like right after we started. So I did way more work than I intended to on this project, and like it's just a game jam, so it didn't turn out that awesome. It's really kind of funny, but I like the soundtrack. I like the songs that I did for it, so I'm going to release them into the ether. This is great. This is pretty much good to go. Do I need to do anything else to it? I think it sounds fine. I think I'm going to just start the render, and I'll end the stream. So thank you for watching if you're still in here. And oh god, I'm out of water. What's going on? And if you watch this later, thanks for checking it out. And unfortunately, I don't have the game available, but I'll try to bug the people that I worked with to clean it up and just de-rushify it, because there's a bunch of stuff that was sort of the result of being in a rush to finish by the deadline to enter it into the competition. And if we get around to it, we'll debug it and make it so you can download it and play it. Maybe I'll show it to you on stream. We'll see. But anyway, that's all I got for today, and I'm going to peace out and start the render process, I think. So you know what? I'll leave the stream running while it renders. You can watch it. I'm gonna turn my voice off though. I'll see you all later. Thanks for coming by. Amazing. Thanks for watching.